The Awakening. They told us the era of the raw, visceral, middleweight muscle cruiser was long dead. They insisted the streets had been surrendered to the quiet hum of electric scooters, to the clinically precise whir of battery-powered commuters, to the high-rev chaos of naked sport bikes trying to outscream one another. They said the old-school street bruisers were fossils, relics buried under touchscreen dashboards and algorithm-controlled riding modes. For nearly a decade, message boards sat like ghost towns, threads archived, photos fading. Only the most loyal diehards remained, whispering into digital darkness. Will Suzuki ever bring it back? Will they dare wake the sleeping giant? Well, silence is overrated. Stop whispering and start paying attention, because the ground isn't just vibrating, it's shaking. The wait is over. The patience of a generation has paid off. And today, we're not just glancing at a spec sheet refresh or a colorway update. No. Today, you and I are witnessing a resurrection. The king of the boulevard has returned. It's stronger. It's leaner. And it looks like it has unfinished business with every street in the city. This is the definitive deep dive into the all-new 2026 Suzuki Intruder M800. And if you think you know what this bike is about, if you think you've already predicted the plot, get comfortable, because buried deep in this machine is a secret, a piece of engineering so unexpected. It rewrites what a middleweight cruiser can be. And I'm going to reveal it right when you least expect it. Design philosophy, the Midnight Phantom aesthetic. Let's start with the visual punch. Because you don't simply ride an intruder. You arrive on one. The 2026 M800 continues the long, low-slung DNA that defined the original. The stretched stance, the wide shoulders, the unmistakable boulevard silhouette. But this time, Suzuki didn't just update the Intruder. They reforged it. The old chrome-heavy design, gone. Extinct. Buried with the past decade. In its place, Suzuki introduces what they call the Midnight Phantom aesthetic. A visual language built around stealth, aggression, and mechanical intimidation. The entire engine bay is now blacked out, not painted, treated. A heat-resistant ceramic coating gives it the look of a void, cut straight out of the frame. A black hole of torque and fury. The exhaust pipes? Matte. Ceramic. Sculpted with a custom shop curvature that makes the bike look factory custom straight from the dealership floor. The tank has been fully reshaped. It's no longer a gentle teardrop. It's a flexed bicep, a piece of industrial musculature poised to swing. Then you meet the front end, and the aggression hits you like a punch. No retro halogen bowl, no chrome bucket. Instead, a predatory LED headlight cluster inspired by Suzuki's GSX-S Street Fighter lineup. An angular, sharp, animalistic design that gives the bike a face. A face that looks hungry. Suzuki shortened the rear fender, exposing more of the fat 180-section rear tire. That tire sits on new machine-cut cast aluminum wheels, each edge catching light like a razor. These wheels don't look decorative, they look weaponized. Pipe, this is not your grandfather's coffee shop cruiser. This is a street predator, wearing cruiser clothing, itching to break character. Engine dynamics, the reborn V-twin. Under that muscular midnight tank beats the heart of a reborn beast. A liquid-cooled 805cc 45-degree V-twin. Now before anyone rolls their eyes at the displacement, it's only an 800. Let's make something perfectly clear. This is not the relaxed, mild-mannered engine of the past. Suzuki tore the old motor down to its skeleton and rebuilt it with modern engineering. Here's what changed and why it matters. 1. Lightweight forged pistons. Reduce rotational mass. Increase response. Let the engine spin faster and harder. Revised performance cam profiles. Promote quicker lift and improved top-end airflow. The V-twin now revs with urgency instead of laziness. SDTV, dual throttle valve fuel injection, borrowed from Suzuki's sport bike heritage, allowing smoother throttle transitions and extremely fine fuel control. The result? Throttle response that feels telepathic. There is no hesitation, no jerkiness, no dead zone. Just a smooth, immediate punch delivered with the confidence of a much larger engine. At idle, you get that syncopated V-twin heartbeat, a rhythmic mechanical rumble you feel through your chest. But twist the throttle, the bike leaps. And instead of a steep torque peak, you get a broad, flat torque curve that makes acceleration effortless, whether you're leaving a red light or overtaking traffic at 70 miles per hour. And yes, Suzuki kept the shaft drive. Why does that matter? No chain maintenance, no fling, no greasy wheels, no constant adjustments. Just pure, dependable torque delivered straight to the asphalt without drama. Matched to a revised 5-speed transmission, each shift has a satisfying mechanical clunk. A reminder that this thing isn't pretending to be civilized. The surprise reveal, the SAM system. Here it is, the twist, the secret, the engineering curveball that no one expected in this segment. For the first time in middleweight cruiser history, the 2026 Intruder M800 comes with SAM, Suzuki Advanced Management System. This isn't a marketing gimmick. It's a full, modern rider aid suite centered around a ride-by-wire throttle, another first in the 800cc cruiser class. SAM gives you 3 riding modes, each with its own personality. 1. City mode. Softer throttle map. Less aggressive response. Ideal for commuting. Maximizes fuel efficiency. Reduces engine braking. Smooth as butter. Perfect for navigating traffic. Dash rain mode. Traction control sensitivity increased. Throttle softened. Torque delivery flattened. Rear wheel slip reduced. It keeps you safe when the streets get sketchy. 3. Beast mode. Yes, they actually named it that. And they meant it. Maximum throttle aggression. Minimum traction control. Sharper timing. Full torque availability. Allows controlled rear wheel slides. This turns the Intruder from a polite cruiser into a V-twin riot machine. A ride-by-wire system on an 800cc middleweight cruiser with a performance map this aggressive? Game changer. This one feature alone puts the M800 into a class of its own. Chassis and handling, the engineering of confidence. A long, low, muscular bike like this usually rides like a freight barge. Heavy, reluctant, slow to turn. But here's where Suzuki pulled off something remarkable. 43mm KYB inverted front forks. These are not decorative. They are performance-tuned to absorb city potholes, handle sweeping highway curves, reduce brake dive, improve steering precision. Rear link-type monoshock, hidden to maintain the hardtail illusion, but offering 7-way adjustability, better weight distribution, improved comfort over long rides, dual floating front discs plus radial calipers. This is a massive upgrade. Braking is strong, predictable, confidence-inspiring. Grab a handful of brake, the bike listens. It responds. It slows without panic, without wobble, without drama. End direction, weight distribution, and low center of gravity. Yes, the bike feels solid when you lift it off the side stand. It's a cruiser. It's metal. It has presence. But the moment you start rolling, the weight falls away. Low-speed maneuvers become surprisingly easy, even U-turns in tight spaces. Highway stability? Rock solid. You don't fight the wind. You slice through it. Ergonomics and rider interface. Comfort meets technology. A bike this powerful means nothing if the rider gets uncomfortable after 20 minutes. Suzuki redesigned the seating and ergonomics with long-distance comfort as a priority. Gel core seat. The seat is wide at the back for support and narrows near the tank to let shorter riders reach the ground. This is a huge upgrade for accessibility. Drag-style bars on risers. The positioning is perfect. Not too high, not too far forward, not sport bike cramped. You sit in the power pocket, where your posture is balanced between relaxed cruising and aggressive street riding. New TFT instrument cluster. The old tank-mounted speedometer is gone. Finally, in its place is a circular, retro-styled TFT display mounted directly on the bars. It gives you gear position, fuel range, ride mode, clock, ambient, temperature, phone notifications, turn-by-turn navigation. It feels modern, but it looks vintage enough to respect the bike's heritage. The verdict, a legend reborn. So, is the 2026 Suzuki Intruder M800 worth the mythic hype? Let's be brutally honest. If you want a silent, sterile machine with no character and zero mechanical soul, walk away. This is not your bike. This is a machine with attitude. A machine that talks back. A machine that vibrates, breathes, and reminds you that it is made of metal, fire, fuel, and fury. The Intruder M800 bridges a gap no other cruiser has managed to bridge. The raw emotional punch of early 2000s muscle bikes, combined with the modern tech that today's riders demand. Suzuki didn't revive the Intruder. They evolved it into something meaner, sharper, and more purposeful. Conclusion. The middleweight throne reclaimed. For years, the middleweight cruiser class has been starving for a true leader. And now, that leader has returned. The M800 hits the sweet spot. Strong but manageable power, aggressive design, great handling, modern tech, shaft drive, legendary name. Whether you're stepping up from a 250 or 300, or downsizing from a massive touring rig, this bike gives you everything without overwhelming you. It respects its roots, but refuses to be trapped by them. If this detailed breakdown helped you, and you want more no-nonsense motorcycle reviews, do yourself a favor. Smash that subscribe button, ring that bell, and stay locked in with Bike Updater Pro for the latest, the greatest, and the realest two-wheel content on the internet. Because in the next video, we're putting this bike head-to-head against